Sorry about that. My OBS crashed there. Um, we'll start this over, and we'll do the top 20 albums. I'll cut off the bottom. So um, this is the top 20 emo albums from 2024. I was gonna do I was started doing I was had it set up to do 24, but my thing just crashed. I'm new to this streaming thing, so I'm honestly not too sure why it crashed. It might have been because I had too many windows running, so I just closed some stuff down. Um, Started over. We'll start at 20. I was at 18. We'll start at 20, and we'll do the top 20 emo albums again. I'll cut out some of the stuff for the YouTube video, but let me discussing the top 20 emo albums of 2024. Okay, updated the stream successfully, and all right. We'll start from scratch. We'll do the top 20 emo albums of 2024. Starting with 20, we will go back and we'll recap with where'd you go? Oh, I moved it up. We'll start with Nurture Nurture. He's from St. John, New Brunswick. Um, he's plays like a mathy style of emo. And he seems to just be like a single dude. He calls himself Midwest emo. I wouldn't really qualify this as Midwest emo. I'd say this is more like of the mathy emo along the lines of something like Standards or Invalids. Rocking my Invalid shirt today. I've never worn it before because I don't really like this color, but this was the only shirt that they had available when I saw them, with like Petneys, which is an awesome um, like post rock emo band, all instrumental in this similar vein as Standards. Um, from Toronto. They don't have anything recorded, but if you get a chance to see them live, they're insane. It's like four dudes tapping. The one dude has like a 8-string bass. They're all crazy musicians. But I want to get things rolling again because I'm kind of falling behind here because of the crash. But I'm going to play you Birdman, that Michael Keaton movie, which is the second track off of Emergence, which is Nurture Nurture's new album from St. John, New Brunswick, fellow Canadian. So enjoy Bird.
Maybe Hakuo's got a point. I mean, I know how to duel better than any of my friends. Why did I even bother to take their advice? They might have cost me the biggest duel of my life.
No! Showboat!
I'm beyond my friend's help now. I'm on my own.
Colorblind, refracting love from admiration. Hair to narcissistic masturbation. I've got a grip on this, let's hand it to my gut. Roads I'm missing, sing mantras loudly, like I'm all ears, but I'm not listening.
I submit the power of my friends.
If you unfollow me, I'll probably give in to unhealthy coping. Start open daily till sympathy forces you to hold me. I'll trade my body, sell all my time. It's kind of sad when I give up.
to share it with.
That was Birdman, that Michael Keaton movie from Emergence, the new album from Nurture Nurture out of St. John, New Brunswick, number 20. I only put it at the bottom of the list because it's only got 7 tracks technically. It's got 14 tracks on the album, but 7 of the tracks are tracks with lyrics, and 7 are just instrumental versions of the same track. So it's kind of an EP, and I didn't really include EPs on this list. Um, but considering it was the release as a full album, I did put this one on, and I really, really love this album. I listened to it a whole load. I actually had it substantially higher on the list, but I moved it down just because of the 7 tracks. I feel like it wasn't really fair, putting it up there. But when I was excluding other 7-track EP style albums, because I only included full length albums in this list, but amazing album. Definitely go listen to it. Support Nurture Nurture out in New Brunswick. Go see him if you can. Download the album. He has it for free download on Bandcamp or like Name Your Price. So you can go download it for free if you'd like. Highly recommend it because it's a friggin' banger. Love that mathy stuff. Like my personal preference for emo is the more mathy stuff, but I do like a little bit of everything, as you will see with this list. But that was number 20 on the list. We'll keep rolling because I did start the stream before and it crashed. So we'll head to number 19, which is Barely Civil, from their new album, I'd Say I'm Not Fine. And they are from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I really love the Milwaukee music scene. I went there, saw a ton of music, as I mentioned before in the ska stream. One of my top favorite ska albums from last year was also from Milwaukee. So they got a killer scene out there. It's also like a beautiful city to walk around. The architecture is absolutely insane. Like, it's probably the city with the nicest architecture I've ever been to. It's got all this like these Gothic churches. 'Cause it's like a historically German city, and it's got like just like loads of this crazy German architecture, and it's just like such a beautiful city. I rode my bike I stayed at a place. The guy gave me a bike. I rode it all over the city. Never had any problems. Was riding through like the more sketchy areas. Nobody ever bothered me. So it's such a chill city. Met some really cool musicians, and had an absolute blast. And I'm thinking of getting they got a US rail pass on for sale if anybody's interested up until the 17th of January. You can get it for $300 instead of the regular $500, and you can like travel for an entire you can only travel like limited. There's a limit on the amount you can travel, but it lasts for a month, and if you do it right, you can maybe take the bus in between from like short spots and use the train for your longer travel destinations. It makes for like a really crazy trip. I did it before. I started in New Orleans for Mardi Gras, ended up in Chicago for St. Patrick's Day. So and you can, once you buy it, you have until, yeah, I'm gonna buy it like at the very last day, and then you have like 4 months to use it. So basically up until April. So I'm gonna go March or April. I'm gonna go travel again. Maybe I'll go back to New Orleans for Mardi Gras because I did a bunch of acid and mushrooms on like when I went there, and like it didn't have I had a great time during the parades, but like when I was walking around Bourbon Street, I like had like such a horrible time, dude. I'm pretty sure I damaged my teeth from grinding them so much. But it was super fun. And I ended up on Frenchman Street. It was a wild time. Anyways, digression aside, back to Barely Civil. Their new album is I'd Say I'm Not Fine. I'm going to play you the first song on the album, which is my favorite. I'm going to play you like the opening track, which is like kind of an intro. It's called I'd Say I'm. And then the first track, Floating Again, which is an absolute banger. Um, like as far as emo goes, these tracks are like top notch. So um, listen to these tracks, and if you like them, go check out the album. And then go to Milwaukee and see them if you can. Hopefully they're touring around because I'd really like to see them myself. But this is Barely Civil off their new album. I'd say I'm not fine. The intro track, I'd say I'm, and the first track, first real track on the album, Floating Again.
For the first time in the new year, I can breathe again. I hope that it sticks till I find my way back to your hell. If it's a bad thing, I can take that, but I won't inhale. I'm killing myself just to wake up and do it all again. I'm finding new ways to say, hey dear, I'm floating again. A constant reminder, I am what my dad made me. What my mom made me. What my dad made me. What my mom made me. And right now I'm finding out what it takes to feel let down. How to take that and swallow it down. It's a process, but I digress. I'm shaping, it's out of stone. It's a new age, a singing bowl. It's a bellyache, a cosmic drone. Wait, there's that sound again. Staying still now, there's a bad man, he's stealing my wage. I hope that he dies soon. I'm taking a long walk, try to cool off, does that make much sense? I got it so hard on. Go play with that new bone, you don't like that, well it's fine today. You wake up tomorrow. And right now I'm finding out what it takes to feel let down. How to take that and swallow it down. It's a process, but I digress. I'm shaping, it's out of stone. It's a new age, a singing bowl. It's a bellyache, a cosmic drone. Wait, there's that sound again.
That was Floating Again, an absolute fucking banger of a track from Barely Civil out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, off their new album, I'd Say I'm Not Fine. Um, I love that track. I cannot get enough of that track. I keep just listening to the start of the album so I can listen over and over again. That was number 19 on the list. Number 20 was Nurture Nurture's Emergence out of St. John, New Brunswick. Moving on to 18, kind of recapping here because my stream crashed before, so because I'm recording this for a YouTube video, started again, shortened it a little bit, cleaned it up a little bit, and we're going to move on to Annabelle Uh, they have a new album called Worldview, and Worldviews. Apologize. And they are out of Akron, Ohio. And this is like some really mellow, beautiful, layered emo. I've listened to these guys for a few years, so this isn't the first time I'm listening to them. Really like their other stuff, so definitely if you like this song, uh, go back and check out their back catalog. And I'm gonna play you the title track off the album, Worldviews. Such a good song, Worldviews, off of Annabelle's new album of the same name, Worldviews. Akron, Ohio, so fucking good, dude. This album, that is just one example. The album is tight like that all the way through. That was number 18 on our list of the top 20 emo albums of 2024. Sorry for messing that up. I apologize. I will edit that out of the YouTube video. But yeah, we'll move on to number 17, which is the only non-English. I don't really like. I listen to so many albums that it's hard for me to listen to albums that they don't sing in English. And there are a few tracks on this album that are titled in English, but the artist, which is just a solo artist, I do believe, is from South Korea, and this might not be my favorite album that he put out, but everything that he puts out is absolutely stellar. And this is Paranul from South Korea, and he put out a new album called Sky 100, and I'm gonna play the song Painless for you. So it's probably not sung in English. This one's definitely not sung in English because the title's in Korean, but there are some songs that are titled in English, and because I don't listen to this album regularly because it's not in English, I can't remember if they do sing a few songs in English or not, but just listening to the album is easy enough, even though you can't understand the lyrics, because dude is such a good musician. So if you haven't heard of Paranul before, his tracks are quite long. They're all like 5 to 7 minutes long. So it's a little bit of a journey listening to these albums. But like, I'm going to play the song, which translate to Painless in English, for you right now. So see what you think.
이젠 바람이라 너의 향기가 너무 지금을 떠도 보이지 않아 새로워야 할 모든 것이 아직 잃을 게 많은데도 그런 길을 바라봤더니 마치 눈뜰 수 있었지만 지금은 어울리지 않아 마치로부터 날 깨워줘 마치로부터 날 깨워줘 마치로부터 날 깨워줘 너들이 될 수 없게 이제 받아들이려면 너의 향기가 너무 짙어 오늘 너도 보이지 않아 너와 함께한 모든 것이 아직 이렇게 많은데도 그런 길을 바라봤더니 마실 수 있었지만 친구들은 너와 보이지 않아 마시로부터 내게 와줘 마시로부터 내게 와줘 마시로부터 내게 와줘 넌 너를 잊을 수 없게 고통이 없으면 것도 없어 말하지 않아도 알 수 있어 행복이 없으면 쓸 수 없어 고통이 없으면 것도 없어 말하지 않아도 알 수 있어 이미 충분히 찾고 있어
That was Painless from Parannoul's album Sky 100. Parannoul's out of Seoul, South Korea, hence why that song wasn't in English, but as you can tell, um, quite a beautiful album. He has all his albums, and he's quite prolific. He's also put out he puts out a lot of um, like collaboration EPs every year. So he put out an EP and this album last year, and everything is on his Bandcamp for pay what you can. So definitely go support him or just download it for free and give him a listen. Because that's the first step to supporting somebody, right? So definitely check out Paranoid. Love that album. The only non-English album on the list because I don't get a chance to listen to like a lot of non-English stuff just because I don't have the time. But that was number 17 on our list. This brings us to number 16. Number 16 is, and I think this album is an absolute banger. Probably should be higher on this list, but it's down here for now. This is Hey I Love You. Their new album, Hey I Loathe You. They're out of Billings, Montana, and they play like some like weird emo bedroom pop 8-bit Nintendo core post-hardcore noise kind of shit. Like it's a little bit all over the place. I'm gonna play you a song that's particularly emo, but not every song on the album is. A lot of it's more almost like noise rock leaning, but mixed in with that like bedroom poppy Nintendo core stuff. Anyways, this is Hey I Love You's song called Wind Up Toy off of their new album Hey I Loathe You. Enjoy.
Lifetime stagnation interrupted.
That was Wind Up Toy from Hey I Love You, and like, dude, this album is so fucking good, dude. As a good, now you know, if you weren't familiar with what like I was calling Nintendo Core, you can kind of tell what it is now, right? It's like kind of like 8-bit sounding bedroom pop shit. Um, these guys are out of Billings, Montana. Seems to be like a bit of a family of affair. They got multiple Heyman family members in the band, but the lead singer is named Caleb Hayes, and or Haynes, sorry, Caleb Haynes, and definitely go check that album out because it is an absolute fucking banger. Probably should be much higher on this list. Don't know why I have it so low. Just kind of probably the only reason is because like a lot of the songs I don't really like qualify as emo. Um, like I said, there a bunch of them were like way more noise rock leaning almost. That song was definitely the most emo song on the album, but it's also one of my favorites. So I hope you enjoyed that. That was number 16 on the list. We're moving on to number 15, a band from Tulsa, Oklahoma. They're a band that I was not familiar with prior to this year. They are called, oh, that is really small. See if I can make that bigger. They're called Cliff Diver, and these guys are definitely more of that pop punk emo. They're definitely more of like that pop punk brand of emo for sure. But this album, Cliff Diver, or sorry, Bird Watching rather, band's called Cliff Diver. This album is catchy as hell, and I'm going to play you the song Days Gone, which is the second track on the album. Enjoy.
I lost my keys, I can't win. All that I love is in my Volkswagen. Think I broke my phone again. Still haven't learned my lesson. This room could never repay everything I
That was Days Gone from Cliff Diver's new album Birdwatching. As you can tell, that album is catchy as hell. Lover vocals, witty lyrics, kind of very modern. Like, you know, I feel like a lot of younger people would be into something like this. Same with Hey I Love You, obviously. As opposed to like the elder emos, which might be, I guess, like the elder emos, especially one of a lot of people call. I'm I'm very antagonistic about this, but a lot of people call what I consider pop punk emo, and I'm just like, dude, like if you look at like people running emo nights, like I'm from St. Catharines, and Wade from Alexis on Fire often runs emo nights, which are just like emo dance parties where he's curating the DJ list of emo songs. But he's not fucking playing, he's not even playing fucking emo. He's playing almost entirely pop punk. Like he's playing Green Day and Blink 182. Those bands to me are not emo at all. They're pop punk. And I'm very particular about that. And I will gatekeep on that front. I definitely will. So I know a lot of the elder emos might actually be pop punk kids, but you know, I'm not judging. I'm silent. Well, I guess I'm not even silent. I am judging, and I'm not even really silently judging. But it's okay. You do you. But I just don't agree. I just don't agree with you. But that was Cliff Diver's Birdwatching. Absolutely amazing album. Go check it out. They're from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Number 16 on the list, I do believe. Sorry, 15 on the list. And that takes us to 14 on the list, to Brooklyn, New York, a band called Common Sage. They have a new album out called Closer To, and really enjoyed this album. I didn't like love it as much as I do at first, but it's really grown on me. It's a little bit of a sleeper hit in my opinion, and I'm going to play the opening track off it called Witness. So this in their album, this is Witness off of Common Sage's Closer To from Brooklyn, New York.
I see your eyes have rolled back. You feel closer. You've been so good. I see an awful scene unfold. You've been hoping this will end soon. Well, does it make your hands curl when you're floating there and not talking on your own? And I won't come back, I'll make sure this won't just
That was Witness off of Common Sage's new album Closer To. They're from Brooklyn, New York. As you can tell, that's more of like an alt rock style of emo. Kind of blends post hardcore, emo, alt rock all together. Really like their sound. It's actually a pretty diverse sounding album. Like the songs can be, some of the songs are more mellow, some of the songs are substantially more heavier than this. It's just like a really solid album through and through, and I'm stoked to have discovered these new guys. That's what I love about listening to new music. Like I listen to so much new music that I'm always discovering new bands. Um, Gives me new people to go see if I'm going to travel. The bands are like somewhat local and they only play like semi locally, then just gives you a reason to go to that area and like kind of explore it, um, and check out some music in the evening. So yeah, I love Brooklyn. I've been all over Brooklyn. I walked from like the southern point of Brooklyn all the way to the northern end, and it took me like 6 hours. So I've seen quite a bit of Brooklyn, and I love that city. Love everything about it. Um, Love the music scene, uh, and can't wait to go back. To be perfectly honest, I live in St. Catharines, so I take the train from Buffalo, and if you order in advance, you can go for like $60. It's like really reasonable. And I just hostel it for a couple days. And last time I went and saw Botch, and before that I saw Thursday and Boy Sets Fire, and Boy Sets Fire is like one of my favorite bands of all time. So that was like one of my like bucket list shows because I love Thursday and I love Boy Sets Fire, and I'm so stoked to see Thursday with Silverstein when they come through Toronto. I cannot fucking wait for that tour, um, and I'm sure you guys can't either. But like, yeah, Common Stage, Closer To, number 14 on the list. Moving on to 13 on the list, this band is I'm not sure where he's from because he's on a UK label, so I don't know if he's actually from the UK. It's called Big Scary Monsters. I think, wait, Big Scary Monsters, right? Yeah, Big Scary Monsters is the label that he's on, and I can't. Yeah, he is. It says he's from the United Kingdom, so I don't know where in the United Kingdom he's from, but he is from the United Kingdom. Um, and this is kind of almost like very mellow, folky Midwest emo. Um, but the artist's name is Owen, and the album is called The Falls of Sioux. And I'm just gonna play. Let's see what he's got. He's got the second track is Boku. It seems to be the track he's highlighting, but it's quite long. So I'm just gonna play you the opening track, A Reckoning, and see what you think of it. This is like very chill, mellow, like very folky emo. So like I'm really trying to give you like a diversity of stuff, but also like these are my favorite albums. So like as you can tell, I like a little bit of everything. Like I said, my favorite stuff is the mathy stuff, but I really do like the Midwest emo trend. Um, and it's really intriguing to me how it's like spreading to, you got like Japanese Midwest emo, you got like British Midwest emo. So everybody is getting in on the Midwest emo. It's not just Midwest emo anymore. They might have to change the term, but I guess it originated there. Um, you know, Bands like Spanish Love Song, stuff like that. But yeah, this is Owens, from the Falls of Sioux, his new record, and the song is called A Reckoning.
Suitcase still smells like the thrift store I saved it from. Big enough to hold all my shit and then some at 21. now in my 40s. I travel with much more dirty laundry. Hundreds of hotel rooms from Shanghai to the Falls of Sioux. Know me better than you do. I can't believe I let your grief rewrite my youth. The devil changed my name. I lost a limb, live with the pain. If I get back to Sioux Falls, it's gonna be a reckoning.
Okay, so I was like, there's no way this guy's British, right? And dude, I just looked this up. This is fucking Mike Kinsella. It's his fucking solo project. No wonder it's so fucking good, dude. Obviously Mike Kinsella's from American football, so like I was wondering why I love this album so much. Now I know. Because this album is fucking beautiful, dude. It's all that very chill alt country, folky, Midwest emo shit. He's out of Chicago. So it is real Midwest emo, I suppose you could say. But damn, that blows my mind that that's Mike Kinsella. I had absolutely no idea. I had absolutely no idea. But I just came across this album, kind of like randomly grabbed it, listened to it, and I was like, fuck, this is beautiful, dude. Like, oh my god. And all the way through, this album is fucking amazing. So definitely go check out Owen, aka Mike Kinsella of American football fame. Like that's like emo royalty right there, right? So yeah. Now I feel bad for putting it at 13. Like I feel like I can't put Mike Kinsella at 13. Damn, that's fucking harsh. But anyways, such a good album. A Reckoning. That song is so fucking good, man. It just feels like it's like from a movie soundtrack. Like the story is just like it's like reading a book. Like you get immersed in the story just by listening to the song, and I love that about this album. So yeah, number 13, Mike Kinsella, aka Owen, The Falls of Sioux. Hell of a good album. Hell of a good album. And that takes us to number 12, which is another new band for me. They're off of Counterintuitive Records of Massachusetts, but they're from Vancouver, British Columbia, so another Canadian band. Um, Everything on Counterintuitive Records, which releases stuff like um, Origami Angel and a bunch of other like really awesome albums, like Tiger Lily's Swan Sting. Um, Everything is available on their Bandcamp for pay what you can download. So like, um, you can buy their entire digital discography for $1. That's absolutely insane. There's over 100 releases. So definitely go support these guys. At the very least, give the album a free download so you have it to listen to. Because this album is also really good. I'm not gonna. I'll talk after, but I'm gonna play you the song "Dry Heave," which is the introductory track off of Tiger Lily's new album "Swan Sting."
I wanna live forever. Is that too much to ask enough? Dry heaving in the mirror and fogging up the glass. I wanna like the way I look without an ugly t-shirt. But I'm afraid that if I like my clothes, I'll hate what's underneath. What if I'll never be the person that I swore I'd give my everything to? Forever dumb and awkward, scammy, lonely, wasting time and drowning. I miss my lunch already. Why not skip dinner to kind of about Tiger Lily's nagging, dying in the blue? You said forever's just a feeling, like all things to pass. And I'll waste a lifetime, honey, try to make it last. Maybe I'll never be the person that I swore I'd give my everything to. Forever dumb and awkward, scammy, lonely, wasting time and drowning.
That was Tiger Lily's song "Dry Heave" from their new album. I'm sorry, that was Tiger Lily's new song "Dry Heave" from their album "Swan Sting." Number 12 on the list, out of Vancouver, British Columbia. Pretty traditional as emo goes. A little bit alt rock leaning, but a really beautiful album through and through. Available for pay what you can and or free. Download off of Counterintuitive Records Bandcamp page. I really encourage you to go check out Counterintuitive Records Bandcamp page, because, like I said, everything is pay what you can download. Um, Especially for up and coming bands, like, to me, that's like such a good play to get people to listen to your music. Like, I think new bands that are kind of trying to break out and like have the talent, but like don't necessarily have the marketing savvy, really stifle themselves by putting like a paywall on their music, on places like Bandcamp, because accessibility is everything. Like I said, I don't personally use Spotify. I know most people use Spotify, and I know I'm probably an outlier in the fact that I listen to full albums as opposed to just single tracks, like on playlists and stuff like that, like a lot of the kids do these days. But to me, like, if I am not coming across your album, um, there's probably a reason why, and that's probably accessibility, right? So if you, a lot of the people that are out there like making lists like me, because I listen to hundreds of albums a year, like several hundreds, EPs, 7 inches. I listen to everything that I can find, and if I can't find it to download so that I can listen to it at my convenience, because like I said, I don't use Spotify. So if I can't find your album and listen to it at my convenience, then I'm I'm just gonna pass you over, because there's like so many other bands to go to. You could be the best band in the world, but like if I don't have access to your record, then um, what are you gonna do? And like Counterintuitive Records bands, everything's pay what you can or free download. So I can go through their whole discography and listen to every band that I want at my convenience, right? So it's just like, and then if I fall in love with many of the bands, like I have, like Tiger Lily, like Origami Angel, then I'm gonna go see your band when you come through my area, right? So, or if I'm traveling and I see you're playing, I'm definitely gonna go out of my way to see you, because that might be my only opportunity, right? So, but if I don't hear about your band, I'm not gonna go see you. And like if I haven't heard your band, then or if I can't find your music, then I'm not gonna. I'm even if I hear about your band, I'm like not gonna listen to you, right? So shout out to Counterintuitive Records for doing it the right way. Really solid model, and if you look at their bands, they're getting a lot more support than the bands with paywalls, right? Because people are listening to their album and coming back and giving them money because they absolutely fucking love it, and they're just like, I want to support this band, right? So again, shout out to Counterintuitive Records, an indie emo label out of Massachusetts. Really doing great things. Got a solid lineup. Go to their Bandcamp, check them out. Check out Tiger Lily. Check out Origami Angel's new album. This was number 11 on the list of the top 20 emo albums of 2024. And that brings us to 10, which is a band called Be Safe. And their new album is called Unwell, which was really tripping me out for a little, because I kept thinking it was Be Well. And I was like, oh, dude, I just saw these guys at Furnace Fest, right? And they're awesome. Like, that I was talking about mental illness. Guy was like super down to earth, like really solid dude. And then I was like, wait, this isn't the same fucking band. I saw the picture. I was like, that's not the fucking same guy. And I was like, oh, this is Be Safe Unwell. So Be Safe is from Frostburg, Maryland. Another great Maryland band. Definitely check out Bumpin' Uglies, which is also from Maryland, right? So they're from Baltimore. So Maryland's been doing some good shit lately too. They're on the label Count Your Lucky Stars Records, and they got a new album called Unwell. And I'm gonna play the opening track off it called Thursday 9 a.m. This is Be Well off, or sorry. Now I'm saying the wrong thing. This is Be Safe off of their new album Unwell. See, this is why I've been tripping out, man. It's confusing.
still in therapy. Working on my DVT. I hope you're still proud of me. And just swears that I'm
That was B Well's. I keep saying that. Damn it. Be Safe's song Thursday 9 a.m. off of their new album Unwell. They're so thematically similar to Be Well. It's crazy. But if you're listening to some shit, if you're going through some shit, this is such a good album to listen to because it's very reflective on like going through like mental hardships and like you can tell that he's like kind of like venting through music, and I really love that about this album. And on top of that, it's like absolutely stunningly beautiful. It's like what a beautiful album this is. Like that song is just like makes you want to cry, like and cry like cry with him, and then like force you to reflect upon your own condition and or situation, and then cry about that and just like uh, get it out, and so you can move on, right? Be Safe's new album Unwell, uh, from Frostburg, Maryland. I apologize for repeatedly calling you Be Well. Be safe. I am very, very sorry. But I really look forward to getting a chance to see you if the opportunity presents itself. I do have a friend in Maryland, so maybe it's an excuse to go out to see her if you guys are playing in that area. And definitely come out and see it for sure, for sure. That was number 11 on our list. Be Safe's Unwell. Number 11 on our list of top 20 emo albums of 2024. And this brings us to one of my favorite new emo bands. A band I missed once and then I saw once. I saw them with opening for the Wonder Years in Toronto at History. Bought a shirt. Like I love these guys. Like I was like almost as I was as much at that show to see Carly Cosgrove as I was to see the Wonder Years. Because I wasn't historically a Wonder Years fan, but I just like really loved that last album was like my favorite album of the year that year, which is crazy because whereas I do listen to emo, I don't really listen to like a ton of pop punk. I do listen to it, but I don't like it's not my like favorite kind of music. And I always kind of like qualified the Wonder Years. I always the Wonder Years are kind of emo, but like they are that emo pop punk blend. Um, but like I said, I growing up I never like really listened to the Wonder Years, but that was probably a mistake on my part. But anyways, next, so that's Carly Cosgrove is from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and they have a new album called "The Cleanest of Houses Are Empty," and man, this album is crazy good. It looks like They have also released a couple, like one, or at least one-off track called Joan of Hill, which isn't on this album as well, in April. This album was released in June. And there's a bunch of good like emo bands coming out of Philadelphia. So the Philadelphia emo scene must be like really good, man. Like it must be a really cool place to be a fan of emo at this point in time. Um, so I'm gonna play you the song "Here's a Fork" off of their new album. But if you look at their Bandcamp, like everybody likes a different song. So um, it's just a really good fucking album through and through. So definitely go give it a listen. This is Carly Cosgrove's "Here's a Fork" off of their new album, "The Cleanest of Houses Are Empty."
I'm the best guest, I'm the worst host. I'll rule with a fist and see through clothes. And the yes men are all those shows. Cause I rule a kingdom where no man goes. When a diplomat where I visit, wanna paint your towns in my image. But today I wondered, why is it that when you wanna paint mine, I grimace? I get anxious and shifty. I don't like what you wanna do with me. There's a piece in the piece I abandoned, but I want for a new friend to hit me. If you want in, don't tempt me, cause the cleanest of houses are empty. So I'll make right, write an invite to the nobody left to have left me. I wish I could love the way you test me. So I locked my door, but time didn't, and no one knew where I'd
That bass line, man, so good.
been dropping. When you're gone that long and down living, wanna let you intimate me, wanna rule this kingdom with me. If I wanted to feed you from my hand, why on earth does it feel like you bit me? Don't you want in? Please tell me. This house is no good empty. Can I make right on an old ride? Try to be who I said when you met me. I wish I could love the way you test me. I wish I could love the way you test me. I wish I could love the way you test me. I wish I could love the way you test me. I wish I could love the way you test me. Wanna make right on an old lie. Try to be who I said when you met me.
Carly Cosgrove's "Here's a Fork" off of "The Cleanest of Houses Are Empty." As you can tell, the title of the album is taken from a lyric in this line in this track. Dude, these guys just keep getting better and better, and I'm stoked to watch them keep going and see where they go. And I cannot wait till these guys come around and play again. It looks like they're touring at the moment. Um, on the East Coast in February. So they got Hamden, Connecticut, Washington D.C., Georgia, and a bunch more shows. But I'm really hoping they come back to Canada because I would really like to see them headline a show because I've always been seeing them open, and I feel like you don't get like the full experience when they're opening because especially when you've had a few albums, you're only getting like a couple tracks off each album for an opening act. But damn, um, what a good fucking album this is. And like the more and more I listen to it, the more and more I love this album. Like it might be one of my favorite albums of the year. But like, yeah, I just love this band. Can't like hype them up enough. Like, so definitely go give them a listen. They got records. Go buy a record. It's like $25. Absolute, that's a steal, bro. It's a steal for this record. And if not, you can just download the album and take a listen or stream it on Spotify or Bandcamp. But like, yeah, definitely go give these guys your support 100% because this album is absolutely stellar, and all the albums from this point on are all crazy friggin' good. That was number 10 on our list. That's Carly Cosgrove. The Cleanest of Houses Are Empty. They're from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the next band up is Brave Face, and they're actually, if this is the right band, I can't tell if there's two bands with this name because it could be a common name. Oh yeah, there is two bands with this name. And no way, these guys are from freaking Ajax? Let's see. I can't tell which one is which. Where are these guys from? Well, I can't tell. But anyways, the next band, number 9 on the list, is Brave Face. They have a new album out called Grievance Process. Another absolute banger of an album. I'm going to play just the opening track. They have a song called Philadelphia, so maybe they're also from Philadelphia. But I'm going to play you this song called Blue Dodge Fan, which is the opening track off the album. And I'm going to try to figure out in the meantime where they are from. Enjoy. that is just the first of many bangers off of this album, Grievance Process by the band Braveface. There seems to be many bands called Braveface. This band is from Columbus, Ohio, so another Midwest band. They're definitely post-hardcore leaning, screamo, if you will. But I kind of generally put the more hardcore post-hardcore stuff in its own category, but the more emo-leaning stuff I kind of throw in with the emo, so I kind of break it up. If you're wondering where's my favorite screamo album on this list, and you think I've left it out, it might be on the post-hardcore list that's coming up in a few days or week or so time. But Braveface, absolutely killer band. Another band that is the first time I'm hearing them. But I absolutely love this album. Like I said, that is the first banger of many on this new record, Grievance Process. And this is the Braveface out of Columbus, Ohio. There's also another emo band called Braveface from Ajax, which is pretty close to me because it's by Toronto. I live in St. Catharines, Ontario. But this is the one from Columbus, Ohio, so the Midwest version. And they were number 9 on the list. And that takes us to 8, which is our first foray into the UK with a band called Johnny Foreigner, which is not a... If you heard that name, I would think it would be like punk or something, like some sort of like weird street punk or something. Sounds like oi or street punk to me, but no, alas, it is an emo record, and a damn fine one at that. So I'm gonna play you the song Roisin Does Advice Now, which is the opening track off of Johnny Foreigner's new record, How to Be Hopeful. Fuck, what a good track, bro. Kind of gives me like those like kind of like pup vibes, like not totally, but like I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. Like I don't really consider pup an emo band, but like they do have like that. I understand. I don't consider them an emo band myself, but people do, and I do understand why. And this album kind of gives off those same vibes, and fuck is it ever catchy. These guys are from Birmingham in the UK. Johnny Foreigner. That song was called Roisin Does Advice Now. The new album is titled How to Be Hopeful. Um, Definitely suggest you go check it out because it is absolutely stellar album. And that was number, I believe, 7. That was 7. No, that was 6 on our list. Or sorry, that was 8 on our list, taking us to number 7, which is we're going back to the Midwest, to Benson, Minnesota. Is is that really the is I guess it's northern Midwest. But yeah, Benson, Minnesota. I got to see this band for the first time this year at Furnace Fest in Alabama. If you, it was supposed to be the last Furnace Fest, but they just announced that they're bringing it back. So if you do get a chance to go to Furnace Fest, definitely do, because um, well, they do suffer from some very glaring sound issues on the main stage and in the shed, which is where like the hardcore and metalcore kind of bands play. Um, the emo stuff is relegated to what's called the pond stage. There's 3 stages at this festival. No barriers. I guess there's barriers at the pond stage, but it's emo and ska and stuff like that, so you don't really need it. But all the rest of the stages have no barriers. It's a barrier-free festival. You can stage dive, hop on the stage, get up, hug the singer, fucking jump off, as long as you're not being a douchebag about it. Um, One of the coolest vibes of a festival I've ever been to. I went to a bunch of Montebello Rock Fests in Montebello, Quebec. Vibes for different reasons because you're like camping out there for 3 days and stuff like that. This stuff, there's not really a camp section, but like there's people all over the friggin' town because it's in Birmingham, Alabama at Slosh National Park, which is like an old steel factory. So the setting and the scene and just like the vibe of the people that are there, it's like I've never been to a festival where like there's such a big community. Um, like everybody's so close to one another there. Everybody becomes friends. You get it's like people that become lifelong friends there. They find like you know people to marry. Like their partners and stuff like that there. But at the very least, you're making friends. And people are coming from all over. I came from Canada. I know a couple other people that went. I was like leaving the festival, and I had gotten an Airbnb and rented it out to some other dude, and I was trying to meet up with the dude so I could get a ride back with him. And I stopped and asked these people if I could use their data, and they were from Ontario as well, like right by me. So like everybody's coming from all over, and everybody's like super chill and like cool. There's like virtually no fights. Like it's just such an amazing festival. So definitely go. They feature like hardcore, metalcore, punk, emo, ska, everything you could want in a festival. The lineup was crazy this year. I do wish the sound in the shed was a little bit better, but that aside, no complaints. And like super stoked to go as soon as tickets are released. I'm gonna buy tickets early because I did get scammed on StubHub buying tickets because like they went up crazy expensive, and I was just like trying to get cheap tickets and got like double scammed, and then but it all worked out in the end. Ended up getting refunded. Some dude named John gave me a wristband because like I was screwed over, and then I got to go when I was like friggin' heartbroken when I realized I got scammed. But it all worked out in the end. Got to go to the festival, made some cool friends along the way. Still connected with like a lot of those people. Talk to them on Facebook all the time. And hopefully they're watching this because a lot of them love emo. So hopefully they're finding some new emo bands to listen to through this YouTube video and or stream. So shout out to my Furnace Fest fam. Miss you guys. Stoked to see you again this year. But that was Johnny Foreigner. How to Be Hopeful. That leaves number 7 on the list is, of course, Tiny Moving Parts, who played at that festival. And they're amazing. Their self-titled album from 2022 was my favorite emo album of that year. And this album keeps the trend up. It's just that there's albums I liked better. There's literally nothing wrong with this album. It's still absolutely crazy good from start to finish. It's just there's other albums that I liked like a little, like newer stuff that I liked like a little bit more. So the new album is called Deep in the Blue, and I'm going to play you the title track off the album, Tiny Moving Parts from Benson, Minnesota. Their new album Deep in Blue. This is the song Deep in Blue.
I wish I had 18 arms to pull it all together. It always sounded better. But let's be realistic. I'm stuck with what I have. Two crumbling hands. But I guess I'm okay with that. A simple mistake. A switch in the state of my mind. I cannot replace how I once felt, how I felt when you told me that peace comes from within. But why will it take me a lifetime to find it? I swear I'm not impatient, but I'm sick of feeling anxious. I wish I had to pull it all together. 18 arms. A simple mistake. A switch in the state of my mind. I cannot replace a switch in the state of my mind. Dive deep in the blue. Dive deep in the blue. I wonder if I'll ever have the guts to move. Dive deep in the blue. Dive deep in the blue. I wonder if I'll miss me too. Skipping stones on the Chippewa. The ripples are welcoming. All I can think is how comforting existing must be. No one would hear me. No one would hear me. No one would hear me. Deep in the blue. A simple mistake. A switch in the state of my mind. A simple mistake. A switch in the state of my mind. I wish I had 18 arms to pull it all together. 18 arms. But let's be realistic. I see a funnel cloud in the sky, formulating right in front of my eyes, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't wanna hide. House lifts upward in the air. I'm perpendicular to the attic upstairs. I'm flying high, but it's the most comfortable feeling I've felt in years. I'm getting dizzy, but it's alright. I'm getting dizzy, but it's alright. Will you take my hand one more time? I'm trying to stomach this. My hand one more time. I'm trying to stomach this. it's alright. I'm getting dizzy, but it's alright. Will you take my hand one more time? I'm trying to stomach this. My hand one more time. The damage has been done. I'll never become who you want. Birds will pick apart their favorite specks that dwell inside my head. I will sink into the ground. Flowers will grow inside my mouth. I hope nature takes me with open arms, since you never did at all. I'm getting dizzy, but it's alright. I am getting dizzy, but it's alright. Da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm getting dizzy, da-da-da-da, but it's alright. Da-da-da-da, I'm getting dizzy, da-da-da-da, but it's alright.
That was Tiny Moving Parts. I played 2 tracks because I wanted to get some of their like trademark tapping in there, and I knew Dizzy had like a little bit more of it than Deep in the Blue. Deep in the Blue, the title track off the album. Dizzy's got that like, oh, the tapping is so good, man, and they're amazing live. They're amazing live. I'm so stoked that I got to see them at Furnace Fest on the Pond stage, and missed them when they came to Toronto. Um, I remember I was like, I think I was just lazy, man. I was just like, I live like about an hour away, and it's like it takes like 3 or 4 hours, like 3 hours to take transit there. And I was just like, do I want to take transit there? Because like I might not make it back in time to get the train back, and like I'd have to drive an hour to Burlington and take the train, and I might miss it and get stuck there. I think that's the reason why I didn't go, but I regret it. I regret it every single day. And then, so next time I will not make the same mistake. I suggest you don't either. Definitely go see them if they come through your area. Tiny Moving Parts, number 7 on the list. Deep in the Blue. Sorry, and then that's 7 on this. And that takes us to number 6. A band from New York City. They're new to me. Their name is Secret Gardens. They have a new album out called The Impermanent Amber, and they qualify themselves. They have a lot of different influences: post-hardcore, Midwest emo, post-rock. But I would say they're definitely like emo leaning. And this album is really, really beautiful. At first I was just kind of like thought it was like a little bit mid, but then I like went back and listened to it more attentively, and I was like, wow, this album is actually fucking solid. Um, a lot of the songs are quite long. Like there's some 7, 8, almost 9 minute songs on here. Most of the songs are like 4 or 5 minutes. So I'm just going to play you the introductory track, I Let Myself Die, because it's only 2:36. They do have like a lot of features as well. On track 3, Persimmon, they have Ella Meadows from Transit. On track 6, Pleasant Valley / Milner Field, they have Corey Wells. And another band I like on track 10, The Coven, has featured performance, or featured collaboration with Grey Bloom. So this is The Impermanent Amber, the new album from Secret Gardens, and I'm going to play you the song I Let Myself Die, which is a very emo title, if I do say so myself.
I woke up all alone in my bed. You
I love that mandolin at the end is so nice, man. I actually know why I love this album so much too. It's because my favorite album of all time is the band Agee's album Idol Opus 1 to 4. That is the most incredible album I've ever listened to in my life. And I literally cry every time I listen to it just because um, the story, you can like just listen to the album like musically, or you can like immerse yourself in the story and just like go on the journey of the two characters, and June and July, and like, oh my god, like it's fucking epic, and it's got that, it's like that, it's folky emo, like it's got like kind of like bluegrassy folky emo like this song does, and that mandolin on the end like really reminded me that that's why I love this album so much. It's because it's like so close stylistically to like, it's got that same beauty that Agee's Idol Opus does. So, and that's from coming from me, that's a very high praise. So, um, yeah, if you're into that kind of vibe like I am, then definitely check out Secret Garden's new album, The Impermanent Amber. And they are from New York, New York. And I love the album cover too. I'm just gonna make it bigger because that is like it's a cool ass album cover. I love me some collage. I do some collage. I dabble in some collage myself. So I always love collage album covers. They always speak to me personally. So that was number 6 on the list of the top 20 emo albums of 2024. The Secret Gardens, The Impermanent Amber, and that takes us to number 5, and a very similar kind of album. Another album that I absolutely adore is How We Dig the Earth, or sorry, How We Dig in the Earth, from A Place for Owls, who are from Denver, Colorado. And I'm gonna play you the track, What I Have to Say, which is actually one of the later tracks in the album. So just sit back and enjoy this song. I'll throw up the album cover, and I'll come back and talk about it after.
What I have to say is for you, you alone. God, I'm not okay. I can't take the telephone, and I know that it's a problem. And I know I shouldn't care, but if taking time's the issue, you should take me right back there. All I am today, I can't trace back to my mom. Closet saxophone, tiny prayer, little lost. And if you only say you're sorry, then I think we'd be okay. But if I saw you in the kingdom, would you even know what to say?
might be the most emo album of the year in the sense rather that it just like purely, wholly, and completely exudes like melancholy. Like it's just like the most melancholic album maybe of all time. It's just, oh man, it's just so beautifully sad. It's sad and beautiful. It makes you want to like smile and cry at the same time. Just like such a lovely album. Got a bit of a mathy edge to the leads. Man, really stunning album, but also a really sad album. Thank you to A Place for Owls for reminding me how to feel. How We Dig in the Earth, that was the song, What I Have to Say. Absolutely beautiful song, absolutely beautiful album. They're from Denver, Colorado. So sticking with that Midwest vibe. Definitely go listen to it. That was number 4 on the list, I think. That was 5 on the list, which brings us to number 4. I keep getting ahead of myself. And this band is in a completely opposite direction from a place called Place for Owls. This next band, they're from Oklahoma, and they play a wild, perhaps not as wild as Hey I Love You, but something something in the same vein, in the sense that it's got that like kind of like bedroom poppy Nintendo core. This album is definitely more emo than Hey I Love You's Hey I Loathe You. Excuse me. And the band is called Stomach Book. I'm not sure if you've heard them. If you haven't, you definitely should have. You will hear them now. They actually put out 2 albums this year, which is insane. 2 like really good albums. The first one is called Sophomore Slump Calathump, and I'm gonna play you a song off of that album, and but they also put out a self-titled album as well, and damn, is this fucking album good in the weirdest sort of way. So I'm gonna play you a song called Casket Kids, and hopefully you don't hate it, because even if you don't like it at first, I really encourage you to stick with it and just like listen like very attentively, because like this album is really fucking good, dude. It's really fucking good. And it might be that like modern emo, but man, this album is fucking tight, dude. This is Casket Kids from Stomach Book's new album, Sophomore Slump Calathump. Dude, that is some of the freshest shit in the fucking emo realm. Like that shit's completely the like I said, it's completely the opposite of A Place for Owls. Like it's abrasive, like it's fast, it's abrasive, it's like chaotic. That shit's absolute chaos. The Child's Piano in that, man, they're just so creative, man. The Child's Piano in that, like, oh my god, like it's everything's really subtle. Like a lot of the leads are hidden behind the distortion, but like I said, you really have to listen to this album attentively, or you're gonna like miss the nuance that makes it like so fucking epic, dude. And this is only one of two albums that they put out this year. It's absolutely crazy, and it might only be one person. Like I don't even know. The way that they talk about it on Bandcamp is like one fucking person playing everything. That is mind blow. That blows my fucking mind, dude. That blows my fucking mind because this album is absolutely crazy and crazy fucking good. Like I said, you might not like it at first. It might not like be your cup of tea. You know what I mean? Like I said, it might be a little harsh for you, but like for for your palate to take, if you're more used to the more polished, beautiful, melancholic stuff of like A Place for Owls, but like I just love the dichotomy that um, Place for Owls and Stomach Book like show each other. Um, but both albums are like absolutely incredible, and both albums like epitomize emo for me in different ways, which is like just goes to show the diversity of the subgenre, right? So like, um, please go check out Stomach Book because like this shit is wild as hell. Wild as hell. If you like this album, definitely go back and listen to Hey I Love You's Hey I Loathe You as well, because if you like this, you'll like that, and vice versa. If you like everything else on this list, you might not like this, but I hope you do because like I said, this album took a little bit to grow on me, but then like when I start like because the first time I listened to it, I didn't like listen. I just like listened to it like while I was doing shit. I wasn't like really paying attention to it. Then I like sat down and like listened to it, and like I was like, holy shit, this album is actually crazy fucking good, dude. Like just like oh man, like the Child's Piano, like those little touches, like the dee 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 dee. Oh man, so fucking good, dude. And like I said, they put out two albums this year. Um, and this is only one of them. This is the first one they put out in February, Sophomore Slump Calathump. Then they put out a friggin' another one. I'm a musician myself, and I barely wrote friggin' two songs last year, and these guys are putting out two entire fucking albums. Like that's just like beyond good. Like I don't know if this was like a backlog of stuff. Um, yeah, it really sounds like it's only one person too, which is like friggin' wild, dude. That is wild to me. Um, but yeah, this is the kind of music that makes you like angry happy instead of sad. It kind of like takes your sadness and like repurposes it into like um, righteous indignation. Like they have a song called Anarchy, so it's like they're pushing you in like the right direction. So it's just like you take your sadness and like you vent it into righteous indignation, and then make you get a little bit, it makes you a little bit happier in a sense, but also like angry and like I don't know. This album's like so it's yeah, Stomach Book is just such a cool band, bro. I really hope I don't know if they even can tour if it's just one person, but like shit, I'm just glad that they're making music because the world is a better place with Stomach Book in it. Thank you, Stomach Book. Bless. And keep Oklahoma Okie, right? Because damn, that shit's so good. Oklahoma's really bringing it, bro. Two really solid ass fucking bands from Oklahoma, dude. So like, man, crazy, 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 crazy stuff. And that was number 4 on the list of top 20 emo bands of 2024. And the top 3 bands, like I could not like, I had such a hard time placing these bands because all three of these albums are like perfect from start to finish. Like they're just so damn good. So like I ended up just like randomly kind of placing them. To me, they're all equal. All these next three albums are all equal. The next one is I think these guys are new because I haven't heard of them before, but I imagine he's probably been around for a while. This is Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties, and they play definitely pretty much straight up Midwest emo, but they're not from the Midwest. They are from Brooklyn, New York. But this is about as Midwest emo gets. The album's called In Lieu of Flowers, and fuck is it good, dude. He's so confident about this album that he did not even release the whole thing for streaming on Bandcamp. You can only stream 4 damn tracks, which is crazy to me because like this album is just too fucking good, bro. I'm gonna play you a song called "Paying Bills at the End of the World" from Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties' new album, In Lieu of Flowers.
No one told the birds the world was ending, so they keep singing like it's spring. A walk with Colin after dinner. We split a Coke and watch the sunset do its thing. Church around the corners having service on the lawn and drawing pictures on the pavement, pastel sidewalk chalk of doves and palms and cartoon Jesus dying on the cross. I say he must be running late. We sort of laugh it off. I've been having that dream where I'm dying again.
Damn, so fucking good. Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties in lieu of flowers. That was a song, paying bills at the end of the world. And I was kind of trolling you before, but did you figure out who it was? Who it is? Another fucking low key, fucking emo legend. It's Dan Campbell from the Wonder Years, his solo project. Fucking mind blowing, dude. This dude is out there killing it. His last album with the Wonder Years, best album of the year. This album, best album of the year. Like, I mean, it's at least it's up there with these other two albums. Like, dude, man, this guy can do no wrong at this moment. This guy is at the top of his game. Man, absolutely mind-blowing album, dude. Absolutely mind-blowing. You can't really go to Bandcamp for this one because you only got 4 tracks. So, like, go to Spotify or friggin' just download the damn thing. Do whatever you have to do to listen to this album. And then go support him when you can, when he comes through with the band, which seems to be very large based on the image. If you like Google them, the images is like of like 16 people, bro. So I don't know how big this band is, but like, man, I cannot wait to see them. I really hope he tours with this band because fuck is this album good, dude. This album is fucking good. And that's a taste of, one piece of the entire meal, right? So, you really have to enjoy the full feast in order to get the big picture, man. So, like, go listen to the whole album. Number 3 on the top 20 emo albums of 2024, Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties, who is Dan Campbell from the Wonder Years, in lieu of flowers. His solo project out of Brooklyn, New York. Fucking wild, fucking good, dude, man. I wouldn't say it's wild. It's pretty mellow. It's like Lucero meets Spanish love songs or something like that, right? So, real fucking good album. And that brings us to number 2. One of my whoa, man, do I love this album. Actually kind of flew under the radar for me for a little bit. Like, I must have listened to it, like, very inattentively. And because I didn't put it in, like, I have a folder with my favorite albums. And this isn't Midwest emo. This is Pacific Northwest emo. And this goes like it's a little bit more brutal, a little bit more heavier than good old Dan there. But this is an album that really, really impressed me. And I think these guys have been around for a while, but this is the first album that like really put them on my radar. And this is Southtown Lanes from Eugene, Oregon. And I'm gonna play you the song, another Witness. I played a song earlier called Witness, and this one's also called Witness. So this is Southtown Lanes from their new album Take Care. Witness.
With the past as our witness and the future our judge, we all will take the stand for the art that we've done. Find your God, find
That was Witness from Southtown Lane's new album Take Care out of Eugene, Oregon. I mean, obviously this is more post-hardcore screamo leaning emo, but I feel like it's like as opposed to like a lot of the stuff that it's that I put in the post-hardcore category, this definitely has more like punk emo aspects to it. But and this album like bucks the trend of like a lot of albums come out hard and then fizzle out by the end, but this album gets better. This album, this is track two, and this album gets better as you go along, if you can believe it. Like, love this fucking album. Like I said, it was kind of a sleeper on me. I didn't really like phase me how good this album really is right away until I sat down and listened to it like a few times, and I was just like, fuck, bro, this album fucking slaps, bro. And so, yeah, it was a low-key sleeper, man, and like, I'm glad that I came back to it because I really did almost miss how good this album really is, and now it's like one of my favorite albums of the whole year. So like, this is an album that I'll be listening to quite a bit. Like I said, I listen to mostly new music, so I don't listen to a ton of albums like repetitively. But this is one album that I will definitely keep coming back to. Southtown Lanes, Take Care, Eugene, Oregon, number 2 on the list. Which brings us to my favorite emo album of the year. Like I said, all three of these last one, Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties, which is Dan Campbell from the Wonder Years, Southtown Lanes, Take Care, and this next album are all equal in my mind. They're all very like I qualified them as 1, 2, and 3, but like they're all perfect albums, man. They're all really fucking good albums in completely different ways. The first album was like alt country Midwest emo, Lucero meets Spanish love songs. This is like emo leaning post hardcore. And then this next album is just it's just different. It's just different, and it's I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of. I mean, the first list that I did was ska music. I'm a big fan of brass. So if you got a horn section in your band, you're winning points with me anyways. And the next band does that. They're a band that I'm actually not sure if I've heard them before, to be perfectly honest. Um, I cannot recall listening to them in the past. They're also from Brooklyn, so Brooklyn is really bringing it, and they have been around for a bit, but like, um, this album, fucking, not only do they have like probably the coolest album cover of the year, um, this album is fucking straight bangers, dude. It is straight bangers, and it is different. It is completely different than the last two records, and it's pretty individual in its own way. This is Stay Inside's Ferried Away. I'm going to play you the track Bonzies, just the introductory track, and I'm going to play like a couple tracks for you, and just let it speak for itself, because it is a little bit heavy. It's both mellow and heavy. It's like such a like perfect balance of that with a stellar horn section. I'm not even going to say anything more about it. I'm going to let it speak for itself. This is Bonzies from Ferried Away by Stay Inside out of Brooklyn, New York.
muscle it out, but if they said it, then I'm sure to God it's true, I swear, man. House of Cards was just playing in our backyard. And I just wish that I said it before you were gone, that you look a bit like coffee, and you taste a little like me. Probably hated that the song is about you. Sorry that I wasn't around you. I'm sorry I wasn't around. I wanna know what happened, but I'm too afraid to ask. Forget how I'm analyzing languages. You're lying on your back. Get out. I wonder if you tell your family that heaven isn't real. Forget how. I wonder if you tell me that I'm spinning my I swear nothing about you is fading for me. I swear nothing about you is fading for me. I'm still driving a Florida, you're in the backseat. I swear nothing about you is fading for me. Maybe leaving earlier made 'em wish I stayed. Maybe I don't care about the guests of the parade. Maybe I look at you gone, 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 gone. Next time I see y'all might be through my dead eyes. Tell me I was selfish, yeah, I don't mind. No smiles, no flowers, no ashes, no concerns. Black out my vision to a line of light. I'm finding out I'm saturated with nothing else.
miss these days. Your daughter, your neighbors, I wish they knew my name. Show me your garage, tore me through the yard. There's dirt on your guitar. You drop me at the bus stop and send me along. The way you build me up makes me feel so small. Would you rake a pile of leaves so the both of us could break our falls? And most of the time it's like we slide right by each other. Oh, the solder splits, yeah, I move too quick. Oh, you mail me a family picture, but I can't get the nerve to call. What I'm trying to say, I swear it happens every day. I start writing to you, but I can't get out of my way. Does it matter to you? Is there something that I can do? It's all piled up on your plate. Man, your garden's looking great, and I like it, so I might just stay, 'cause I miss these days. Your daughter, your neighbors, I wish they knew my name. Yeah, I like it, so I might just stay, 'cause I miss these days. Your daughter, your neighbors, I wish they knew my name. Once things go bad, everything's my fault, isn't it? Once things go bad, everything's my fault, isn't it? You say that you said too much, and you fake a smile and pretend like you're one of us. I cave when I won't catch up with the kitchen scissors. I guess I'm not so good at this stuff. Well, I just don't know what you were worth, but you weren't worth it all. God, you weren't worth it all. Got me stuck here making up the wars to fall for. 'Cause it works. Yeah, it works. Once things go bad, everything's my fault, isn't it? Once things go bad, everything's my fault, isn't it? Well, I just don't know what you were worth, but you were worth it all. God, you were worth it all. Got me stuck here making up the wars to fall for. Yeah, it works.
that was Stay Inside from Fade Away. Those were the tracks Bonzies, A Backyard, and My Fault. Respectively, the first, third, and sixth track off of the album, which is 9 tracks, so it's not like particularly a long album. But there's something just so fresh about it. It's just like, it's mellow, beautiful, but it's got like this darkness to it. It's kind of like the album cover, like, you know, you got like the colorfulness of the jockeys racing, and then you have the darkness of death just riding amongst them. It's and that horn section does worlds for the album. That's Matt Hall on the trumpet. Like, oh my god, this album is just so good, bro. Like I said, the top 3 albums are all equal in my opinion. Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties, In Lieu of Flowers, Southtown Lane's Take Care, and Stay Inside's Fade Away. But like, I don't know why I love this album so much. I just do. It's just so fresh, catchy. Like layers are so nice. The production's nice. It's got like a very slight garage vibe, but like at the same time like completely polished. I mean, that probably doesn't make much sense, but I'm sure you understand what I'm saying when I say it. But man, I love this album. The emo this year was crazy good, and I hope that this list has helped you discover some new bands. If you do, take the time to view it. I know it's long. It's 2.5 hours long. But just one final recap before I close things down. The top 20 emo albums of 2024. Nurture's Emergence out of St. John, New Brunswick. Whoops. That was number 20. Number 19, Barely Civil's I'd Say I'm Not Fine. I can't remember where Barely Civil's from, so I have to look it up. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, of course. Barely Civil's I'd Say I'm Not Fine, number 19. Number 18, Annabelle Worldviews from Akron, Ohio. Number 17, Pernul Sky 100 from Seoul, South Korea, the only one on this list that wasn't sung in English. There might be some English on the record, but the majority of it's not, but still a really solid record. And this dude puts out so much shit. It's just all really good. Number 16, Hey I Love Yous, Hey I Love Yous, Hey I Loathe You. Kind of that Nintendo core, bedroom pop, post-hardcore emo kind of shit, with a little bit of noise rock thrown in for good measure. Number 15, Cliff Diver's Birdwatching, pop punk emo. I forget where Cliff Diver is from. Cliff Diver is from, oh yeah, Tulsa, one of the 2 Oklahoma bands, of course, alongside Stomach Book, right? So I like I said, fucking, not only does this dude have the craziest fucking mullet bro has got the craziest fucking mullet I've ever seen. Oklahoma is straight up bringing it with the emo this year, man. Good on Oklahoma, represent. Common Sage, Closer To, I want to say Common Sage was from Philadelphia or Brooklyn. They are from Brooklyn. Yes, Brooklyn. Did remember correctly. Just needed to confirm that. Number 13, Owen, The Falls of Sioux, which is fucking Mike Kinsella in disguise out of Chicago, of American football fame, of course. Listen to that album. That album is absolutely friggin' stellar, dude. I don't know why I put it way down there. Tiger Lily's Swan Sting. Tiger Lily is from, I cannot remember. Tiger really is from Vancouver, British Columbia. Another Canadian band, like 2 Canadian bands on the list. Love that. Love seeing that. Love seeing that. Be Safe's Unwell. Be Safe is from, I want to say they are from Frostburg, Maryland. That's right. That is number 11 on the list. Be Safe's Unwell. Not to be confused with Be Well. Sorry, guys. And number 10 on the list, Carly Cosgrove's The Cleanest Houses Are Empty, out of Philadelphia. Number 9, Brave Face, Grievance Process. Brave Face is from Columbus, Ohio. Not to be confused with the Brave Face, which is also an emo band out of Ajax, Ontario. Brave Face from Columbus, Ohio. Grievance Process, number 9. Number 8, Johnny Foreigner, How to Be Hopeful, out of Birmingham, UK. Number 7, Tiny Moving Parts, Deep in Blue, from Bensa, Minnesota. Number 6, Secret Gardens, The Impermanent Amber. Were they also from Brooklyn? Secret Gardens, where were they from? Oh, New York, New York. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if they're from Brooklyn proper, but let's see what it says there. It does not say. They're just from New York, so somewhere in New York. Number 6, Secret Gardens, The Impermanent Amber, out of New York City. A Place for Owls, How We Dig in the Earth, number 5. And they were from, where was A Place for Owls from? Denver? Let's see, Denver. Yes, Denver. Denver, Colorado. Number 4, Stomach Book, out of Oklahoma. Put out 2 albums, Sophomore Slump, Calathump, and self-titled. Listen to them both. Listen attentively, because it might not be your cup of tea right away, but I assure you, these albums are fucking fire, dude. They're fucking fire. Number 4, Stomach Book. Number 3, Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties, In Lieu of Flowers. Of course, that's Dan Campbell of the Wonder Years, for you elder emos out there. Number 2, Southtown Lanes, Take Care, out of Eugene, Oregon. And last, but certainly not least, because they're the best, Stay Inside, Ferried Away, out of Brooklyn, New York. That's your top 20 emo albums of 2024. Please go give them a listen. Please go support them if they play in your area. Buy some merch. Buy a record, whether that's a CD or a vinyl or even a cassette. A lot of bands are doing cassettes. I know a couple of the bands only had cassettes on their Bandcamps for sale, so please go out, support them. Thank you for listening. I hope you discovered some new bands. I'll be back with another subgenre. Probably punk next, I'm thinking. And go back and watch my top 12 best folk punk albums of 2024 and my top 12 best ska punk album videos of 2024 on YouTube at The Arbiter of Cool, or on Twitch at The Alien You Call God, with a U instead of a Y-O-U. Appreciate you watching, and I really hope that you discovered something new with me today. Bye for now. I'll see you on the next one.